you're sick. I'm gonna do that when I get home. I'm gonna do that at the next Pokemon tournament. That's gonna be grand. This is great, you guys. This is by far the best first impression I think I've ever made. I don't think anyone has ever really made a good first impression. Not like a first impression. I don't think anyone handled their birth magnificently. Don't remember? Your mom does. You don't even remember how you ruined her day, did you? Let me paint it out for you. There's your mother, not wearing underpants. First off, you're welcome for that image. Lying in a dress in a hospital room on a blank, hard, cold metal table. Surrounded by family members. She's got 102 fever, medical professionals who are all trying to look up her crotch. In this really delicate, weird moment, her biggest day since her wedding. And then you, little diva that you are. You burst into the room, naked, screaming, and smothered in blood. Blood. You were borrowing that. Did you ever think to return that? No, you never did. Someday she's gonna call that back. You owe me. That is, by the way, the only birthday you can get away doing that. Running into a room naked, screaming, smothered in blood. You do that on your 15th birthday. You spend your 16th alone. I don't care what Chuck E. Cheese told you over the phone. That was a damn lie. I've checked. I've had visions. I've had grand ideas, but you got away with it because you were the baby. Everybody loves the baby. Everybody wants the baby. Nobody wants a teenager. Nobody. I didn't even like teenagers when I was a damn teenager. Teenager is like the worst part of your life. You don't believe me? Watch Footy Cootie and actually pay attention. It is the worst part of your life imaginable. It is the worst thing you can ever possibly do. If you have issues with Michael Vick having dogs fighting against each other, go back to middle school. Tell me if it was any different. Difference between you and those dogs? You had to do it 5 times a day while memorizing for tests. Bitches. Never thought to return the blood either. I just think that if dogs treated people the way teenagers treat their parents, dogs would be extinct. We would have wiped them out. You wouldn't even have the micro cocker-schnitzer doodle puggle you see white women carrying around in chapstick tubes. It's a Tellering Terrier. I paid $600 for it. There's something wrong with your rat. You're walking it. I saw in Central Park a woman pushing a bulldog in a stroller. Do you know what taking the dog for a walk indicates? You're dumber than that stupid bulldog. But that's just the issue, I guess. Always thank your parents for not taking you out when they had the bloody chance, and every right to do that, by the way. Yes, thank them on their birthday, your birthday, because they were there for that. Thank them on their anniversary. Thank them on Father's Day, Mother's Day, Secretary's Day, Labor Day, just to be on the safe side. Because they could have taken you out whenever they wanted to, like back when you were just a smithering pile of cartilage and your own crap. You just put stuff in your mouth because it was there. Oh, what's this thing at the end of my leg? Oh. Wow, this tastes horrible. And my foot hurts. I'm gonna try to get the other one in here at the same time. Good practice for when I'm a teenager. And speaking of teenagers, I've seen almost everything the internet has to offer porn-wise. That is the worst transition I have ever made, by the way. I gotta work on that one. Whoops. But even if I'm bored with internet sex, I still have that male desire to cram stuff into places where it's not supposed to fit. Give an example, where we moved into a new apartment, my girlfriend and I, we need storage. So my guy friends introduced me to what's called furniture porn. IKEA porn. It's nothing sexual. It is nothing titillating. It's just really risky, creative things you can do in the bedroom with bookshelves. We need all the bookshelves we can handle. And I just think my fascination with this comes from a childhood spent playing Tetris and watching tentacle hentai. Because they leave you with the same mentality. That can fit there. If we're creative. Lift your leg, honey. this is happening. I love those 2-minute videos that IKEA has been releasing. I'm in love with the tall, blonde Swedish woman who's running the videos. We took this and we made it onto the closet. I don't care what revealing shirt she's wearing. I don't care that she's like bending over a laundry hamper, but if she folds that laundry hamper up into the wall and it doubles over as a spice rack, I am... Oh! Let me put stuff in your mouth! Settle for you, peanut butter chocolate mousse cookie. Oh. And I think the best part about the furniture porn is how just adaptable it is. Like my friend said, if you take the IKEA bookshelf, all right, and you lay it on its side, you can put the TV on top and every one of those cubbies can be the new home for the new gaming console. Papa likes that, yeah. How do we clean beneath it? Well, raise it 2 inches, put it on wheels. You can, the Swiffer goes, I'm gonna get all the cat hair, yes. Yeah. I think the best part about IKEA porn. That's another terrible sentence I gotta get out of this. The best part about these videos, my girlfriend, totally into it! Totally into it! I am so thankful I finally don't have to go through every day and delete the history on freaking Google Chrome. Because every one of you have a video or an image you don't want your significant other to see. Picture that right now. You're welcome. Most of you are probably gonna go find that image tonight. That's what cosplay burlesque is all for. My girlfriend comes in, watching me look at regular porn, and she'll be like, ew, you like that? You want to do that? You want to do that with me? I thought you respected me. Furniture porn is like, oh, honey, light some candles. We're doing that in the bedroom. We're gonna do that over in the kitchen. We're gonna do that in the living room. Leave the blinds open, let the neighbors get jealous. She says the 2 best words any girlfriend can find in when she comes in and finds you getting, muddy with your mudkip. 2 best words, move over. Ain't that just a grand feeling right there? But I said before, we have a cat, so we have to clean the apartment, so we bought a Roomba. Which I love the romanticism of having a little robot butler work for me, because I just look at it and I know it's only a matter of time before these roles are reversed. Welcome to Google. So the Roomba is a little white disc of a robot, and when it senses dust and crumbs and cat hair, of which there is much, follow me on Facebook, it's me and more cats. Oh, okay. He's doing it through me, too. So the Roomba comes to life, its little button in the center, blinks green, boop, and it goes around and starts collecting dust and hairs and crumbs. And basically, it hounds around me on the couch, because if I'm playing a game, I'm watching something on Netflix, food is getting near my head. Sometimes even it gets in my mouth, but for the most part, no, it's just following around. And I'm basically promising the robot tenure. Like when you get the babysitter pregnant. 2 of you have been there. We're gonna have a long talk on We Are the Geek afterwards. So the Roomba's basically doing the robot equivalent to dry humping my leg, because it knows I'm gonna keep feeding it crumbs and such. But here's my favorite part about the Roomba. I mean, it moves very, very slow. God forbid it ever catch the cat. Or if I were to say, pin the cat with my knee on the floor while the Roomba devours it, screaming, "This is what happens when you wake Daddy up at 5 in the morning, Evan! This will happen every time!" So you know that's part of the joke. That didn't happen. This week. Geeky passion. I love my girlfriend and I love my cat, but next week BioShock Infinite comes out. Priorities will be switched. Did you do the laundry? Did you do the cat litter? Did you take your insulin? No, and yes. But the Roomba will bother me. I don't feel like I'm getting the most bang for my buck. I want it to multitask. Here's how. I think the Roomba can double over as a home security system. First off, duct tape a bunch of knives around it. Don't the best sentences begin with that phrase? Duct we go. Duct tape a bunch of knives around the Roomba so that if someone breaks in through the window or through the door and they track mud through the carpet or the floor, the Roomba will sense it, come to life. It's completely silent because it completely runs on electricity. It'll run by, slice the guy's Achilles tendon, wipe up the blood because it has a mop feature on the front, drag the body into the backyard, dig a hole, bury it in a nice plastic bag, rolled up into the carpet, come back, dust up, and go back to sleep. That's called efficiency. The Roomba has a dust sensor on the top. The exact same dust sensor that is all around it. That's how it knows where the dust and the crumbs are, little device. Why would it have it on top? For me to play with. Here's what I've learned. If you take a sizable dust bunny and just lay it on top of the Roomba's dust sensor on top, it doesn't know what to do. It knows there's dust there. It knows its entire existence's purpose is to get the dust, but it can't flip itself. There's no little mechanical arm. It can't like shake the dust bunny off. It just starts beeping and going into this existential crisis and turning around and the little green button becomes red and it starts hating me and hating me. Why did this happen? I don't understand. I hate you. I hate you. Exterminate. Exterminate. I was having a really good time with Matt Smith as the Doctor, and then I realized Stephen Moffat was still writing it. My relationship to Matt Smith's Doctor Who has been like Sisyphus, pushing up a bigger and bigger boulder of my suspension of disbelief, because there's certain things you have to just accept with Doctor Who. Yes, anywhere in time and space, wibbly wobbly, it's going to be silly. Okay, I'm fine with this. I understand it's a sci-fi show. I have to ignore all the possible plot holes. Then season 7 came, with great episodes such as Asylum of the Plot Holes on a Spaceship, The Power of Plot Hole, A Town Called Plot Hole, and who could forget The Plot Holes Take Plot Hatton. Weeping Angels were just this giant ball and chain for me to wield, roll up a mountain. Okay, so, the thing's back from David Tennant. I loved them when David Tennant fought them. What do they do now? Okay, there's a whole planet of Weeping Angels? Okay, well, we'll try how that goes. And they can move their heads while they're stones. Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, they're back. Cool. Oh, it's River Song again. Yeah, I remember her when she was called every character in Firefly. She's just a Mary Sue, for God's sakes. Okay, and Amy's fighting the Weeping Angels. I'm okay with that. And if you look at an angel, you become one. Wait a second! The hell? Okay. All right, they got Rory. Okay, he's back in time. There's a retirement home where they keep their... How are they feeding these people? All right, keep going. Also, the Statue of Liberty is a Weeping Angel. What the fuck? The only thing I saw that was worse than that was when the Nostalgia Critic took me out to see the 5th Twilight movie, but at least I didn't pay for the ticket and he handed me a beer and apologized for it afterward. I would have loved for Stephen Moffat to come to my house. Hey, I heard you like Doctor Who. I thought you did too. No. Bye. Sorry. Ponies. They're back. I remember the original Ponies from the 80s. I'm glad it's back. It's a really solid show. I'm okay with this. I was not okay with the way the fans handled spreading the word of the Ponies. The Bronies handled their takeover of the internet much like the way America handled Manifest Destiny. There's a pony now! Typically, if my friends want me involved in something, they'll coax me into it, they'll sit me down. Do you remember this? All right, same director, same cast. Why don't you take a seat, watch the first episode, see how you like this. No, not with Ponies. Ponies, it was loud, it was abrasive, you have no choice but to watch this. That's very nice, you bronies. Because it was basically like an air horn, like a pepper spray air horn projectile diarrhea. I don't know. It was spreading everywhere. I was getting phone as your personal Lord and Savior. Dad, what the hell are you talking about? Shun the non-believer! Shun! With the pony jazz hands. The pony I ended up really liking by the end of it, and I was a bit surprised about it. I had to talk about it on the podcast, I had to talk about it on We Are the Geek. I ended up liking Rarity, which I was very surprised. Rarity, if you don't know, is the white unicorn, which is interesting because the last unicorn I gave a damn about fought the Red Bull.